you having a player of that dimension in obviously the league, it's going to help you because it's competition. You can learn from him, and obviously he's a great guy. He always talks to the young players, so it's always nice to have a player like him in the team.
Did your dad play against him?
Probably, yeah.
Is that kind of crazy to think?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think he and me spoke about that one day. He was like, "Oh, I can't believe I played against your dad, and now I'm playing against his son or playing with his son." So yeah, we've had a couple of talks about that.
Hey, as a young player, when we obviously getting things right on the field, but other things that you're learning from your teammates, how to train properly, how to do interviews, all those things that come with being a professional athlete. How much have you sensed in this last couple months since you've been into
Well, I think throughout my whole career, I've experienced a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, a lot of experiences that make me the person I am today, the player I am today. So probably in work-wise, how I work myself, how I show that I'm ready, it's always been in my blood. It's always a non-negotiable restriction that I have. So I think that's my package. My whole package comes with that. And obviously you playing in different teams, there are different types of players. And obviously you have a lot of good players, got a lot of talented players here in LAFC, and obviously you learn from them and you complement them.
We know this is a very difficult team to crack into the 11, maybe the most difficult in the league. So what do you tell yourself to make sure this is a situation that I keep getting to enjoy throughout the season?
Well, I've always said it. Those little opportunities, I've always seen them as gifts. And every time I have those 5-10 minutes, I'm always gonna try to do the best. And obviously, how I said in the past question, I've had those 2 opportunities, and I think I've wrapped them around very well. And I wanna do more. I'm hungry for more, and I think that I show that every day in training, every day, how I speak, how I ask for more work. So it's just a question of time.
Ask for more work by the way you train, by the way you play.
Yes.
Give the coaches something to think about.
Yes.
He hasn't had a chance to be on the field as much as he would have liked, but what have you seen from Tabe Martinez? Young guy, I mean, you're a young guy, but he's 18-year-old.
Yeah, obviously he's a talented player. Well, he has to adapt again. He's been throughout an injury that took him out a while. So probably he's gonna adapt or take his time to adapt, but I don't think he's gonna have a problem to play because he has the talent and he's shown, and that's why he's here.
For you, as you said, you started off slow. You got over an injury as you came in here. What's the important piece, sort of mentally, emotionally, to get yourself through that? You obviously want to play. You want to be on the field. How do you sort of navigate your way through those moments, and how does staff help you here?
Now, obviously, you have tough days in sports like these, not only on football, but yeah, basketball, baseball, and injuries is something you can't control. But how you come back, I think it's coming back stronger, and every day thinking you're gonna do better and better, and obviously, how I said, using those opportunities, those small opportunities to make the coaches think about who to play when you come in, you score, or when you have a game and you score. It's the only thing you can do. It's the only thing you can control, and I think it's based on that.
And if I could ask just one more, thinking in those terms, how have you seen David sort of handled, his time off the field? Have you noticed anything about the way that he's managed himself through this period that stands out to you in any kind of way?
I think he's worked. He's worked a lot. He's anxious, obviously, to come back like any other player, like I was when I was injured. But yeah, I think he has to take his time. Obviously, you as a young player, you want to eat the world, but sometimes that can play a bad part in like, oh, I want to do more, but then I fall back. But obviously, how I said, he has a lot of talent, and I don't think he's going to have a problem when he comes back. Well,
Thank you very much, Tomas.
Thank you.
Sorry, Jaime
Oh.
from MLS.
Sorry. Jaime, double checking. You have a question, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. Hi, Tomas. Thanks for your time. You talked about learning from more experienced players. You mentioned Kakamara before. Could I ask you about what you've learned or what you've noticed from Denis Bouanga? He seems to be he's one of the leaders of the team, if not the biggest star. Is there anything that you've learned from him in your time there?
obviously, he's an amazing player. He has amazing quality, and always in whatever team you play, you try to look up or have good relationships with those players, because you need them, and also if you have that quality and you can help him to reach his goals also, it's always nice to have that link. And since I've got here, I think we've connected well. I think every time in the pitch, even though we don't speak the same language, but we speak the language of football. And when both players have talent and when both players are good, I think it's a good way of complementing each other. And well, obviously I would love to play more time with him and show what we could do together, but it's how I said, it's a question of time.